Hello, in today's video I'm just going to be ranking every single map based on how good they are. There's a lot of maps in this game that like are pure torture to even step foot on, and then there's some that are just completely fine. I don't know how to start this. I think I'm just gonna start ranking. I did make a map tier list probably like way since like last Christmas update, so it's been about a year, and we've gotten a lot of new maps, a lot of revamps, so I will try and put photos of the maps that I'm talking about, because since these screenshots are just a little hard to tell and some people might not have all the maps memorized, so I'll flash some screenshots of the maps on screen so that you know what I'm talking about. Starting off, we have this rainbow room. This is like the rainbow room with like the big upstairs with the projector with R&D and stuff. This rainbow room I feel like is actually like one of the best ones and is really solid. Not an S tier map since it's still kind of annoying. By the way, just to clarify, this is going to be in like long run settings. I'm going to completely exclude solos from this map ranking tier list. Although some of these maps are really bad in solos, I just need to rank it based off of how easy they are to deal with if you have distractors and such. If I ranked it off of solos, the ranking would be really messed up and wonky and one-sided, so I'm only going to be going off of what it's like to play on these maps with a full team that assumably you would have 2 distractors, just so you know. This is the rainbow room that has like the 3 rooms in the hallway, and then like, you know, it has like a big open space by the elevator, has a twin rooms. There's 2 rainbow rooms that are just like this. This map is honestly really frustrating at times, but it's kind of good considering the fact that there's a big open space by one of the elevators. I don't know, this map is really hit or miss. I'll put it in... I might move this up later based on other maps, but I'm putting this in C tier because this rainbow room is pretty annoying. It just feels a little too tight at times, and it's quite a pain to deal with. This is the 4 corners rainbow room, so it has like 1 room in each corner, and then there's like posters with the mains on it. This one is kind of frustrating as well. I feel like this one, it works pretty well with 2 distractors, but it's still quite a pain to deal with in the first place, and I really don't like this map sometimes. It can be super tight, bad for jungle kiting, I guess, but I mean, I still jungle kite and runs with 2 distractors. I don't know, this one's just kind of eh. I'll put it in D tier. I might move it up later. Okay, this is the hallways rainbow room that got revamped like a couple updates ago, and I feel like ever since the revamp it's become a much more manageable map, but it does still have a lot of line of sight in some places, and I feel like it's still pretty annoying to use. I'll put this like at the top of C tier, maybe B tier, as like it still works and you can manage this map okay. But I do find this map incredibly frustrating at times, especially with just how the layout is and how narrow it is at some points. You really can't get around it. Okay, this rainbow room, this is like the one that has like an upstairs area, and like there's a ton of round tables. This rainbow room actually ended my high floor run because we got double pebble on it. I hate this map. It's ended a lot of my runs. It's teetering on F tier. This map is really bad. It's super tight and there's just not a lot of space to move around. Those narrow hallways got me killed. I don't like this map at all. I'm gonna put it in F. Maybe it could be a D, but I think it's an F. This map is incredibly frustrating. It's so tight. Like I hate this map at times. And especially in like an Iker League, like almost every passageway is cut off. I just hate this map. It's so hard to handle. Okay, and then this is the map that like... This map doesn't even have very distinguishing features. It has like a dead end room in one of the corners. That has an AFK spot, and like one of the elevators is decently open. I don't know. This map is weird. I don't really know how I feel about this map. This map is just like kind of frustrating to be honest. Like it's manageable, and I don't know. I don't take much note of it. Like it has some good designated kiting spots, just a little hard to maneuver around, but I don't know, I'll put it in B tier because it's a manageable map, and when you get it, it's usually not a big deal. There's some really low LOS kiting spots for Pebble and such, so I don't know. This map works when you get it, but it's not spectacular. It's just functional. And then the last rainbow room is it's the other one that also has a twin rooms. For some reason, these layouts are incredibly similar. They both have a long hallway and twin rooms. Anyways, this one is the better version of the 2. It has like a long hallway with an island in the middle, so you can distract Pebble there, or it has like a room to the side of one of the elevators that also works really well for Pebble if you get all the machines. This one works, and it honestly covers all the bases on what you need on a map. It has a giant open space, but it also has cut off LOS spaces to kite Pebble if you don't want to jungle distract. I really appreciate this map, and I feel like it works really well whenever you get it. So I'm going to put it in A tier. This map is incredibly helpful when you have distractors. If it was for solos, it would be a different story, but since we're talking about just distractors, this map is high A tier. Otherwise, it is kind of bad, but like with distractors, this map is good. All right, the Artisan's rooms here, I'm gonna have to like really help describe these because they're kind of they're all really, really similar, and I feel like people mix them up a lot. I know I do. I can't even give verbal explanations of what the differences are on these maps because they're all really just they're all so similar. Like they all play so similarly. So I don't know. I'm gonna put this one though at see, this one's kind of weird. I feel like it has a little too much LOS in some places, but then again, it also feels really narrow. I don't know how this map does that. I'm putting it in C tier though. I don't really like this map whenever I get it. It's kind of just annoying. It does have some decent pebble kiting spots at both of the elevators, but other than that, this map's just kind of like whatever. This map has way too much line of sight, and it's really frustrating. And even though it has a ton of line of sight, it's actually not good and doesn't have a good open space for jungle kiting or just like any kind of like, if you're dealing with like Trinity, so like V, Shelly, Astro, Sprout maybe. This one is just incredibly frustrating and I don't like it at all. So I'll put it at like, I think it also just goes in C tier here. It is just annoying to manage. And then this is the best one by far. This one has an AFK spot. This one has like the room with like the statistics boards and stuff, and it's pretty good. I like this map quite a bit. It has a big open space as well if you want to jungle kite. Like this map works. I think it's like an A tier. This is a good map for an early game map. Yeah, like I honestly really like this map, and it has good pebble kiting spots, so A tier. Oh boy, now we're talking about the greenhouses. I actually hate these maps. This one, so the greenhouse that at the moment when I'm recording this is unreworked. This is the worst map in the game. Mainly only solo players understand how frustrating this map is, but even in team play it is incredibly frustrating to maneuver. There's very limited kiting spots, so if you get a combination like Pebble Grabber, it's just so annoying. I genuinely hate this map. I'm gonna have to put this map in F tier. Like even if I excuse how annoying it is in solos, it is still an incredibly frustrating map because there's only 2 ways out into the map on each elevator, and they're both narrow hallways basically. Like I really just hate this map's layout in general. I wish it would get a massive revamp to the middle, make the map much bigger. Like this map sucks. I hate playing on this map. So F tier for sure. This map needs a revamp like immediately. Effective immediately. Please rework this map. And then Greenhouse 2, after it got its rework, it's been better. It's still a pretty frustrating map to work with, but it actually is better like now because of the side rooms that help give kiting spots, and the fact that the map's a little bit more open. It can be a hindrance with the line of sight, but it still works. This map is just like okay, and you can make it work at times, but it's still pretty annoying. I think it's a fair challenge map, and it can be in D tier. It's not exactly the worst map you'll come across, but it is pretty frustrating when you do end up rolling this map, just because, once again, it's still tight, narrow hallways, and those suck for any mains, basically. So, and then we have Diner 1. Diner 1, in my opinion, is actually an incredibly bad map that needs to be revamped soon. I mean, like, it works sometimes, but if the Twisteds are literally in any inconvenient positions, this map is impossible to gather and work with. Trying to get distractors set up on this map is impossible, especially with like the Christmas event Twisteds. I've been trying to like not think about Bobette when I'm ranking these because of how much I've been playing during the Christmas event, but I just don't like this map. It's just so tight. There's only like 3 convenient kiting spots on the entire map. So I don't know, I'm putting this in F tier right here. This map needs to be revamped as well. I feel like they just need to make it so it's less of just one giant walkway through like in a circle. Because if you think about the layout of this map, it just goes in a circle around here. Like, yeah, there's some like spots to the side, but it's just a big circle. This map, trying to get to the elevator, by the way, is just impossible. Like, it's genuinely impossible to get to the elevator if like the Twisteds aren't properly taken care of. Of course, that might be more towards solos, so ignore that comment, I'm sorry. But like, seriously, I just hate this map. It needs a revamp. I've said this a million times. I'm moving on. And then we have Diner 2. Diner 2 is kind of like a weird situation where I feel like this map works when you get it. It's just not amazing. The middle does work for jungle kiting pretty well, and it's also just like, it's still functional. I don't know. I'll put it in like probably B tier. It's like one of those maps where like you can deal with it, and it's not that bad, but it still can be frustrating depending on how gathering goes. It's mainly just whenever Pebble spawns near elevator on this map, it can be really annoying, but it does have good designated kiting spots for Pebbles, so I'd say it's a P tier map. And then we have Diner 3. This map works. It has a lot of LOS in some spots. Honestly, you're not safe anywhere on this map. The only AFK spot is like behind a cupcake cart, I think. I don't know. This map is just kind of iffy. I don't know. This map is weird. I'll put it in B tier. It's definitely moved up since its first appearance in the game. Before this map got reworked, if you guys remember it, because for some reason before it got reworked, it was like really hard to find. I don't know why, but whatever. It was really bad. Like, but now it's actually an okay map, and I can tolerate seeing it. I'm not annoyed when I'm on this map. It's kind of just like a whatever, like get the job done and get out kind of map. So it works for what it is. All right, now we have the warehouse maps. This is the warehouse with like the big garage parking side and then like a giant middle area. I honestly don't like this map that much, although it still works pretty well. It does have a good jungle kiting spot, and it does have pretty good pebble kiting areas, so it works. It's a really open map in some places, but it also does have a good amount of closed off area. I think this map might just be at top of A tier. Yeah, I'll put it at top of A tier. Like, I think I just have resentment for this map because of my solos, but I'm trying so hard not to be biased here. It is a good map for team play. It works, and it has the good kiting spots, so A tier. This map right here, I just kind of, I don't know how to feel about it. It does have kiting spots, but both of them are kind of obstruct the elevator, and then the middle's like really open, which is nice for jungle kiting. I'll put this in B tier. It's a functional map, once again, like it works. And then we have Warehouse 3. This map has gotten revamped twice since its release, and it's now that it's been revamped twice and expanded, it's actually not a bad map anymore. I would actually put it like probably in A tier. This map used to be really bad, but now it has an open area for jungle kiting. It has a nice closed off space for pebble. This map works now. It's actually not a bad map. Let me see, like, yeah, I put it right here. And then we have Gift Shop. Gift Shop is just such an annoying map. Stylistically, this map is beautiful, but gameplay wise, ooh, I don't like this map. Like, solos, honestly, it's fine, but in team play, ooh, there's no open places to kite. Like, even if you're not jungle kiting, you're just kiting like some mains, there's no good places to do it. And on top of that, like, not jungle kiting, just trying to kite pebble here can be really annoying. There's no good islands that will help you preserve your stam if you're not fast. So I'm just like, I don't like this map. I'm putting it in D tier. This map is like, it works when actually, I have to put this in F tier. I just can't. I don't like this map at all. It's nearly ended multiple of my runs. It is just so frustrating. Also, just like slight personal issue, in blackouts, this map is like so much harder because of the floors. It's just a dark map. It's one of the only maps in the game that are dark. I mean, besides like the warehouses, but they're like gray. This one has like black floors basically, and then the walls are dark purple, so you can't see anything in blackouts. That's just me though. I don't like this map. And then Dial's floor, I mean, considering the fact you can only ever have Dial in commons, I guess. I mean, obviously excluding the event glitch, but like, this map is okay. I feel like they did a good job at designing a map that's challenging and like feels really labyrinth-y, but it's still good. Like, I actually don't mind Dial floor. Like, I don't think the map is the problem at all on Dial floor. I think I'll put this in S tier. For what it is, I think that they did a wonderful job designing Dial's map, and it's not an issue. This map works. It's functional. S tier. Astro's Room is an immediate S tier for me. Like, honestly, this is like one of the few instances where excluding solos will massively benefit it, because like, because like this map is actually really good in team play. It's so open, so jungle kiting is incredibly easy if you're playing a tune fit for it, and on top of that it has wonderful pebble kiting spots. Like if you're going to get double pebble or like a pebble grabber combo on this, it would be Astro's Room. It's so good. There's so many kiting spots. I love Astro's Room. It's S tier. I think it could use a revamp in terms of style because it is plain, but gameplay wise it is really good. Shelly's Room still to this day after its revamp is not a great map. It's functional-ish for distracting, but if you get anything that requires more than 2 distractors, then it's just not fun. This map is so bad. I've gotten like some of my most horrendous twisted combos on this map. Like if you get, one floor I got Pebble, Astro, Blot, Scraps, Goob in a blackout on this map, and it was the worst thing I've ever experienced. Any other map, maybe we would have had a better time, but it's terrible. I think I'll put this in D tier. It's okay. That I can exist on this map if my kiter partner knows what they're doing and we know where to take twisteds, then okay, it works, but it's still annoying. And also excluding solos here massively helps this map. If this was solos, it would be like bottom F, but since it's team play, D tier works for this one, so I'll put it in D tier. V's Room is also immediate S tier. I think I actually will put this above Astro's Room. Just because of how cut off some of the kiting spots are, it does work incredibly well. Like you can kite Pebble in some really closed off areas, and there's also wide open maps for jungle kiting if needed. Tons of place to manage your stamina if you're dealing with a Shelly v Astro Sprout combination. I just love this map. V's Room also stylistically is beautiful. I just love this map. It's amazing. It's spacious, but it's also closed off. They did a wonderful job with V's Room. And then we have Sprout's Room, which honestly this is like one of my favorite maps in the game. I feel like it's kind of fallen off of S tier for me, but it does have some great kiting spots. I think the one thing it lacks is an amazing spot to jungle kite, because while the outside does work, the stairs outside do kind of obstruct you when you're trying to jungle kite as Eclipse, which I've been doing a lot. It's still, I don't know, it's just kind of a me thing. I feel like this map might just be a little worse than V's Room, but Sprout Room is still really fun. Like I love Sprout's Room. It has a ton of kiting areas and just it's super big at that. It's like about the size of Astro's Room, so this map is amazing. I just love Sprout's Room. Honestly, these, like, all the main rooms but Shelly's are just top of S tier, like, undeniably. They did such a good job with all these maps, so top of S for sure. And then we have the first ever Christmas map. This map, honestly, just is so good. Like, I love this map. I think it's definitely up there. Not as good as some of these, probably like beneath the main rooms, mainly because it has such a good kiting spot in the middle, and then it has some really secluded kiting spots for Pebble. I think this map is just a great balance of open but also closed off, and they did a great job with it. On the other hand, a not great balance of mixed and closed off is this map, the new Christmas map. I have a lot of bad things to say about this. I feel like I can consider the Christmas Twisteds on, or at least the event Twisteds on the event map, and with this one, oh my gosh. Getting a Pebble Bobette combination on this map is actually torture. And there's no good places to jungle kite, so you usually have to split them up. You're often forced into having 3 kiters active on this map, and it's such a narrow, tight map. And this map would not be nearly as bad if the ice was always functional. A lot of people have noticed that, like, the ice in the middle, if it breaks during a run, which makes it so you can't dash anymore on it, because, you know, if you press shift with your ice, it'll like send you flying, or at least it'll give you a boost, and that's the main thing that this ice lacks. You can't quickly turn on it. It's like the pre-nerf ice from whenever the update very released. It's terrible, it's torturous, and it's like that. But once it bugs in your run, it's like that for the rest of the run. So you're stuck with these broken ice physics forever on this map in particular. I hate this map, and it's so narrow. Like, there's some places where it's such a narrow hallway that you can't even properly juke commons on it. And this map is so frustrating. It's really cut off. So, I mean, not a lot of line of sight, to be fair, but other than that, it sucks. there's no open areas. I feel like the lack of open space is a big issue on this map, so I'm gonna put it in bottom of F. Honestly, I think it might be the worst map in the game for team play. Maybe not solos. I think that greenhouse, that the unworked greenhouse is worse for solos, but we're excluding solos. I'm being nice, not solos, but this map still sucks. For team play, it is the worst. It's the worst. I've gone over my points. This map sucks. Please revamp this. Quell, if you are seeing this, I'm clasping my hands. Please revamp this map. Open it up a little, or at least open up some new spaces. Fix the ice. Please make this map any more bearable, because I cannot stand it anymore. Now we have the Easter map, which honestly, I liked this map. It does have some really tight spaces, which I don't like, and limited pebble kiting spots. A lot of people watching this might not even remember the Easter map because they didn't join around that time. But it was a good map for its time, and I think it still holds up. I'll put it in like top of B tier. I think it was just a good map. It had good kiting spots, but lacked pebble kiting spots. I don't know. I would love to jungle kite on this map again when it comes around, which we're getting there. I'm excited. That Easter event's fun for the most part, just because of this map. So, also one of the best AFK spots in the game. So I really like this map. Halloween map was a weird one. I feel like this one, it honestly was pretty functional. It had good pebble kiting spots at either elevator, and it was pretty open in the middle for like kiting a ton of stuff. I think I'll put this in like top of A. I mean, it could be S, but I feel like, I guess I don't have any reasons not to put it in S other than the fact that like the house is really narrow and easy to get corner checked in. I think I'll put it at the top of A tier. It's not quite an S tier map. Alright, well that is every single map in the game ranked. I'll put my old ranking on screen if you want to look at it, I guess, and compare them. I'll also put like the actual date I made the tier list, because I don't remember when that was. It was a while ago, but yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and should I do a tier list that's ranking these maps in exclusively solos or anything? Because I would love to do that, because these rankings would be really different if I ranked them off solos. Anyways, just let me know in the comments. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.